On October 3rd, 2023, I was knocked down in the mosh pit by this man. I was so caught off guard with that shove, my center of gravity disappeared, and I caught airtime when falling. As I fell, I braced for the impact of hitting beer-soaked carpeted pavement, customary in all metal concert venues. My ass made contact with the floor first. I remember making a coccyx shattering-like grunt as my ass hit that pavement.
My ass.
All I could think about in that moment was that shove was top 5 all time. I didn't fully get flattened out when falling, however. The people behind me acted as a cushion and prevented my head from hitting the floor. It was the single greatest push that has ever been inflicted upon me that week. And it was awesome. This is home, I thought. My sweat, beer, weed, cigarettes smelling humid home. The pit is such a beautiful place. Except the windmillers and the two-steppers. Those guys. I looked around for the stranger who knocked me down. They were nowhere in sight. Hit and run, they call it, when someone in the mosh pit knocks you down and doesn't help you back up. You know. Assholes. Ass sore and my right knee kinked, I kept on chugling through that concert. It wasn't until later that night where my cousin mentioned that she had recorded the phenomenal push. As I limped along the rest of the night, the only thing I can think of was, God, I love mosh pits. The other day, I had someone ask me why I like going into mosh pits. And it was such a great question that I never thought of it myself. Why do I like going into mosh pits? Couldn't I just be happy with sitting and listening to my favorite bands live? And I don't think so. To me, mosh pits turn a standard concert into an interactive event. Which isn't for everyone, and I get that. But when a mosh pit starts at a concert, the caveman part of my brain kicks in. Suddenly, the smell of sweat and extreme body odor isn't noticeable. I can understand every word the death metal vocalist is singing. And despite being out of shape, I feel like I can run a marathon. When going into any concert, there are 2 items that I always take with me. The first item is earplugs. As much as it can hinder the raw sound of a concert, it's better than hearing loss. Hearing loss differs depending on the person, but according to the National Institute on Deafness and Other Communication Disorders, long or repeated exposures to sounds at or above 85 decibels can cause hearing loss. And a metal concert in a smaller venue can easily exceed that. The second item I always bring are glasses straps. I like to call them mosh pit glasses. These are a must for people who wear glasses in the pit. I've had my glasses knocked off my face a time or two, and like a blind man in an orgy, I had to feel my way through the people within the pit to find them. One of the popular types of moshing at a metal concert is a circle pit. This is where all participants of the mosh continuously go in circles. I always wondered how this started, and how it became a universal activity to do at metal concerts. I recently discovered that there is an ant phenomenon known as a circle mill formation, also known as an ant death spiral. This is where ants become separated from their main swarm column. They get separated because an ant lost a trail pheromone they were using to navigate. Because of this, these separated ants follow one another and eventually form into a continuous circle. Looks familiar, doesn't it? They will run in this circle until the ants die from exhaustion. This makes me wonder, do we participate in circle pits because we are lost? Does turning off our brains and only keeping our basic primal instincts make more sense? Does shoving each other and following the one in front of us make us feel safe? Safe from our responsibilities? Safe from being alone? Safe from this scary world? From an outside perspective, people witnessing a mosh pit must think it's a terrifying place, which it can be, depending on your viewpoint. You can choose to look at it as a scary event, Or you can look at it as like-minded people dancing together to their favorite music. That's the beauty of mosh pits. No matter your occupation, social standing, or affluence, everybody's equal in the pit, making the mosh pit one of the few places on this planet where humanity comes together as equals. And that's just nice.